Here, back with another one. This time we got top 10 smartest anime characters. By top 10 anime. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. Let's get to it. There's really nothing I can say. Like, you know what it is at this point, though. But you know I'm messing top 10 anime.
If you think anime is all about action, then you are mistaken. And the characters in this list are here just to show how epic intelligence is.
Pour one
I'll
out
not
for my
include more
homie.
than one character from an anime to give other anime a chance to shine. And I will not be including characters from Detective Conan, because it's impossible for me to determine who is the smartest out of a show filled with smart characters. Before we get to the video, the latest Japanese... This soldier is the furthest away from a stereotypical soldier. He's lazy, doesn't want to engage in combat, and enjoys life a bit too much. That often gets him into trouble. However, that didn't stop him from reaching a leadership role, and that is solely because of his excellent strategic mind. His goal is to achieve everything in the easiest way possible, and for that purpose he uses his brain to take the shortest route to success, and that mentality carries over to the battlefield.
Okay.
He easily outmaneuvers other teams in this training match, despite being up against seniors. Very few can match him intellectually in this anime, making him a formidable opponent if given the right tools.
I mean, as long as he's not sacrificing pieces, you know? Because sometimes that might be the easiest way. Like, yeah, distract them over here with these people, sacrifice them, and come from behind. You know, that might be the easiest thing.
Skills to overwhelm their opponents. But on rare occasions, we get to witness mechs being used intelligently. Like this anime. This anime is about a shattered ceasefire between settlers on Mars and remainers of Earth, resulting in a war between the planets.
Which is crazy. It's like, bro, we're all from Earth. Why are you doing this?
Technology than Earth, and it's up to the protagonists to somehow stop this war. This is where the main protagonist shows his impressive intellect, as he experimentally figures out the weaknesses of powerful advanced mechs in the midst of a battle, and manages to best them. Now, the once godlike machines look a lot less intimidating, thanks to this team.
Shikamaru, okay.
In Naruto, this character's father was probably one of the smartest characters around, but in the world of Boruto, he most likely surpassed his father in intellect. He is a very relaxed character that prefers to avoid anything that requires effort, but still manages to be one of the first to rank up out of this year group. This is because of his success at overcoming powerful opponents countless times using his superior intelligence. Some of his enemies were even immortals, but still failed to defeat this ninja.
Which I'm mad he didn't come back in Boruto.
And can come up with multiple strategies with little information on the environment and his enemies. Intelligence probably runs in his blood, as his child in Boruto is also smart, taking a methodical and analytical approach in battle to stay steps ahead of his opponent.
Like, he literally swore revenge on him. I'm so mad he didn't come back. Like, literally swore revenge. I don't understand. Like, bro. I'm upset. Like, it would have been the perfect thing. He swore revenge. He comes back 20 years later or whatever. He's like, I told you I'm coming back. You know, like I had a whole thing set up for it in my head. Shikamaru's son comes and like just messes around, and they could have even did it in the point before the manga. They just didn't. He comes and messes around in that forest that's only the Nara clan like controls. Shikamaru's like sees him come out because they had that one weird scene where that deer was looking, and then Shikamaru was like looking through. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was like theoretical or not theoretical. It feels like them just kind of showing that, like, I don't know what the word is, but like them just doing something weird about it. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. Like, I'm flustered. But if it was actual thing they could do, like they can look through the deer's eyes or something, then Shikamaru really comes out. Is like, hey bro, why did you do that? He's free now. He's going to kill us. He wants to kill our family specifically. He wants to kill me. He wants to kill you because you're my son, and he wants to kill my wife, your mom. And I don't know. Did they have another sibling? I don't think so. Either way, because his dad's dead, and I'm assuming I don't know if what's going on with his mom, but like he probably wanted to kill his mom too. Like, bro, they could have had a whole sub arc on that. They probably still could, like for some filler or something. But apparently he's confirmed dead, so you can't really anymore. But it's a shame.
ずいぶん珍しい格好になったっすね。何事も進化の途中。
Urahara is a genius in the world of Bleach, well
Yep.
known for his scientific inventions, having created some of the greatest items in Soul Society history. His combat tactics and strategies are equally impressive, usually planning out battles several steps ahead. Even Aizen in his evolved state was still cautious of Urahara, who was a mere Soul Reaper in comparison. Despite his aloof appearance, he's extremely insightful and cunning, with the ability to quickly deduce situations. An example is how he instantly predicted that Orihime will be targeted by Aizen when she displayed her powers to the fourth Espada. Aizen praising Urahara as the only being smarter than himself is a statement in itself to his immense intellect.
I was like, this Aizen was smart. He set up that whole plan. And again, Aizen does have a complete hypnosis under his power.
ここのフルスコア。
The three main protagonists of The Promised Neverland are all very talented individuals. These kids are raised in a farm built to nurture and raise highly intelligent children, as an intelligent brain is the highest form of delicacy for demons that rule this side of the world. In an environment filled with above-average children, these three stand at the top, but it appears that they were a little too smart for the demons. Norman is most likely the smartest of the three. When these trio learnt of the existence of
My
demons
man Norman.
and that they are essentially livestock, Norman managed to devise a plan that predicted everything that would unfold in the weeks ahead to help his family out.
Which is kinda
without being
crazy.
physically there, all with just his brain power.
But you know what is wild? That scene where Emma got her leg broken. I was not expecting that. I thought I thought that she was just gonna like pick her up and like, all right, let's go, or like I didn't know what really was gonna happen. But then he was about to climb. He's here. I was like, like my jaw dropped. I was so confused, bro. That was wild.
くそ。また意識持ってかれそうになった。
Dr. Stone is one of the few shonen anime that is heavily driven by intellect and science rather than the typical action. The story takes place after a catastrophic event that petrified all humans on Earth for thousands of years, but not dead. When most were barely conscious during this period, this protagonist counted every second to keep track of what season and year he is in when he breaks free someday. First of all, the sheer
that's
willpower
smart.
to remain conscious for
Yep.
that long is ridiculous. But to top it off, he managed to count the seconds without missing the timing for 3,700 years. His achievements don't stop there. He is an excellent strategist, knows everything about science, and is incredibly insightful when it comes to deducing a person's actions.
世界に飛び出て全部の謎を解き明かす。
He made a black light. I gotta finish Dr. Stone. I'm on like episode 8 or something like that, or 6 or something.
かわいそうな対戦相手は。
They got pushed back
Yang
because
was originally a
I just
student
didn't
enrolled in the History of War department, but had
wanna
to be
learn more
transferred
characters
into
at
the
that time.
strategic department of the military academy because of the dissolution of his department. However, this incident resulted in one of the two greatest commanders of the series to be born. He excelled from very early on thanks to his fantastic strategies, saving thousands of lives in the process. This mock simulation battle is an example of Yang's superior intelligence, whereby he easily bests a supposedly superior strategist, the so-called once-in-a-decade prodigy. However, his quick fame and progression didn't bode well with other high-ranking officers, who would often dismiss his advice initially.
それによってシミュレーション上行動停止となりました。まさかワイドボーンが負けた。チェスは2人0は有限確定
No game, no life. Alright. That's on the list to watch.
する余地がないこのゲームは原理上明確な必勝法がある。
Blank is a two-man team consisting of siblings that are yet to lose in a game. Their username Blank is essentially an urban legend in the real world for their undefeated winning streak and holding the top score in over 280 games. Each of them has their own speciality. One is very good at reading people and forming tactics, while the other is more mathematical. Individually, they may not be great, but when both minds are combined, they are undefeatable intellectually. In a world where everything is determined by mind games, they are destined to be the new gods. Unsurprisingly, they did defeat the current god of this new world in a game of chess before being teleported into the world of Dishboard.
全て把握できればだ
But like, how can you 2-on-1, bro? I'd be like, hey, nah, only one of y'all. Nah. Oh yeah, Lelouch was stupid smart.
The top two spots can be debatable in regards to which should be first, so if you feel that this should be number one, then let me know why in the comments below. This character may have had an advantage with his special eye to control others temporarily, but that alone is not enough to take down an empire that encompassed a third of the entire world. The Britannia Empire was at its height with many intelligent high-ranking officers, and yet this forgotten prince managed to overthrow an entire empire with the limited resources he had. He won most of his battles through ingenious military tactics and using his resources like chess pieces to take down forces that were both technologically advanced and larger in numbers.
And that was a great ending too. Of course L. Of course L's like, that's the first, L or Light was the first thing that I thought. Even though it was debatable, Light might be smarter because he survived longer.
Revolving around an intellectual race between genius-class youngsters trying to unveil each other's identity with their lives at stake. Both are extremely smart individuals, but I feel L deserves the top spot for a number of reasons.
See, I would say Light.
Firstly, L managed to deduce the existence of a mythical traceless killing tool and narrow down its user's location to a region within Japan from a global population of over 7 billion. Light's supernatural advantage was not limited to a traceless killing tool, but also the help from the Shinigami themselves, as well as the special eyes. The most compelling evidence is Rem's death, which signifies that L was at the brink of proving both Kira's identity, and a Shinigami only dies if it extends the life of a human.
必ずお前を探し出して始末する僕が私が正義だ
The only thing that I'm like yeah, but because Light figured out that he was like, okay, I kind of got to do this. Like, this is my only option because L was about to figure it out. So he's like, okay, I gotta stay a step ahead. This is pretty much what Light did every time. He stayed a step ahead. But I mean, it's really debatable on who's who. Shikamaru's the only character on the list who looks and feels like a real person. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoy. I wasn't playing out all the events of someone's. that's true. Yeah, but I knew a Death Note character had to be on this list. I didn't think they'd be number one, but then again, like, it was a really strong possibility. But I hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.